Hello, and we're back. I'm Seth Juarez with Corporate Vice President of Modern Life Search and Devices Group at Microsoft, Yusuf Mehdi, to talk about exciting things going on with Microsoft Edge. How you doing, my friend?
I'm doing great. I feel like I'm on SportsCenter here.
Isn't this great?
This is awesome.
I feel like we need to do like a play-by-play.
Totally.
So let's start first with who you are and what you do.
So I work on basically all the consumer products at Microsoft. That includes Windows, Surface, Office, and of course, Edge and Bing.
That's awesome. So let's start first with Microsoft Edge. It's a lot different than it used to be, and this started a while back. Tell us about the process that we all went through when we decided to go through to Chromium.
Sure. Well, like just a little under a year ago, we've been sort of dealing with the fact that we, in spite of our great features in Edge, we just couldn't quite get over the hump on compatibility.
I see.
And for me, this became vivid because it's college application season.
Sure.
And 3 years ago, I was getting my son's college app in. We were down to under like the 15 minutes.
Oh no.
And I couldn't file his app for Michigan, and I hate to say it, in IE and Edge, and I had to go to a different browser, and then it worked. And that little bit of gap is the thing that killed us. And so we decided a year ago, you know what, let's embrace the open source. Let's embrace the fact that the internet has moved to Google Chrome as sort of the standard as opposed to HTML, and make that change, which was a massive change for us. But that helped us immediately bridge the gap on compat and on performance, and then go be able to do additional things.
And as we're looking at, we put the new logo up.
Yeah.
We changed the logo as well, right?
Yeah, we did, and I think we changed the logo in many parts to signify the importance of this latest push that we're doing to try and get after the web. Because if you take a step back, we think the web has been this magical tool, but we think it's time to expect more. We think you can start to do some really new things, and this move to Chromium, like you asked, has now set us up to do some great things, which we talked about today, mostly for businesses.
Now, this is, to me, I think what I like is because our CEO has said we need to be customer obsessed, and there came a point in time when you became the customer of the product you build, and you realized, I can't do something.
Right, that's right.
And that's impressive that we decided to move to Chromium. We didn't just take that and build on top of it, we're contributing too. Why don't you talk about that a little bit?
Yeah, absolutely, Seth. So one of the things we've done that we're really proud of is, in this move, we've really embraced the open source initiative. And so we have, in fact, to this date, made over 1,600 submissions into open source. Things like accessibility we've improved, tuning to run on Windows PCs we've improved. And so not only have we made Edge better, we've made all browsers better. And our commitment to the Chromium open source will continue, and we intend to lift all boats in the internet.
That's awesome. Now, if you have any questions, make sure to get them in. Go to aka.ms, aka.ms/MS Ignite Live. Get your questions in. Yusuf is happy to answer them. Let's start a little bit about some of the things and features that you've talked about here at Ignite. Let's start with collections.
Yeah, so one of the biggest things that we love about it, and Satya talked about today, is the internet's this fantastic tool, and then all of our private information, and the internet's a fantastic tool, and then we've got these great productivity tools. But what we've not done is bridge the gap to say, how can I bring Microsoft 365 and Office to work on the internet? So one of the things we've done with collections here,
we have it right here,
you have it right here, is we're able to add a new pane. Collections is there on the right side. And so in this case, let's say you and I are trying to put together a shopping list for new PCs. I can go from site to site, Amazon, Best Buy, see the pages, add them to our scratch pad, if you will. I can even drag and drop images, and all the metadata is coming over. In the past, you and I would be sending links, but they'd all be lost.
Right.
Now we can put them all in here. I can come in, and for example, and share it. Now you can add your own to the list, but here's magic, watch this. I can then export this to Excel, and the power of Excel on top of the internet can pull all the metadata of all those pages and create this table that has prices, reviews, and hot links back to the website.
So this is crazy, because I mean, as I'm watching this, I'm like, what voodoo magicry is happening here? Like, when I'm dragging things over, what is it that I'm dragging over, and how does it know what to add?
Yeah, so you're actually basically dragging the object, the web object, and we pull all the metadata over with it.
The actual HTML, holy cow, that's amazing.
Yeah, it's fantastic. And so this is the thing where today you had this dichotomy. Now you can start to get to a world where you can start to really use the web and go seamlessly between web, productivity tools, and then your own analysis.
I probably could have used this thing
I'm sure
the other day. I mean, look, I've been using Edge Dev since it came out. I was really excited about it. I use it for almost everything. Well, I use it for everything. I don't have anything else installed. And knowing that there's those features there is pretty amazing. How do you know which features to build on top? Because it's not that we just took Chromium, but but we're building really cool experiences over top. How do you know what to do and what are some things that we're working on?
Yeah, it's a great thing. It's a mix of a couple things. We do a lot of human-centered design, so we spend a lot of time out with customers, end users, developers, people in businesses, and we see how they're using the product. We can instrument all of the data that's coming through, and from that we can start to pick. Some things though we know, some things we look at and we say, wow, here's an opportunity.
Right.
So I'll give you one example today that we all know, which is, and Bill Gates said this to us about 4 years ago. Why is it that I can search the web and find 100 million documents in sub-second time, and I can't find the doggone expense policy or travel policy inside of Microsoft corporate servers,
right,
where it's a much more finite list, and we know what it is we're looking for. And so we see that opportunity, and that was one of the big things today, is we want to open that up. We want to unite the two amazing tools you've got and get one great thing.
So let's talk about this, because as I was watching this demo, it was super interesting to me, right? When we're looking at the actual merging of Bing and the browser together, it brought some interesting experience, and I think we have a little video to go through that so we can see what's going on. Why don't you talk to how that marriage has made things better?
Sure. So the thing that's been better is you can then use the power of the web. So in this case, let's say I'm looking for the travel site. Here you get web results, but down below you get the Microsoft results that I get because I'm on the corporate network.
I see.
I can then come in and ask a bunch of questions like, hey, how many days can I take off jury duty? And I get these snippets, these instant answers. Just like you could type into Bing today, hey, how tall is Tom Cruise? You get an answer. Now you can come in, you can even type in like Power BI dashboards in plain English and get the link to them.
Right.
That is so hard. You know at Microsoft we have over 7,600 different SharePoint sites?
Yes, I do know this by personal pain,
yeah,
to emphasize the P's, right?
Yeah, so this is what's great. So now what you can do is you can do all these searches. You can do document searches. Here we're showing you people searches. It's the next level of people search. So this is bringing the power of web tools together with the internet that you know how to search today, and we're unlocking all this amazing content in the internet once for the first time to make it useful.
So I saw this the first time when I was browsing for something, and I'm like, oh, my internal stuff is showing up. And to me, it felt like a non sequitur because I have private stuff followed by public stuff, and right away my security ears went up.
Yeah.
Can you describe how we do this in a secure way?
Yeah, so that's a great question, and part of the reason it was magical and part of the reason it's secure is because we're using two powerful tools. We're using the Azure Active Directory. So you have to be logged in with your corporate ID, which is the predominant number of companies out there, and then we know, hey, Seth is logged in, so we know to give you just your information. We know what permissions and what data you are allowed to look at.
I see.
And so what your results are different than my results.
Okay.
And then you take that and you marry it with the Microsoft 365 graph. And that's the other great element. It's AAD plus graph. Now we can unlock some magic, because with those two things we can say, oh, here's a document Seth is looking at, here's the people he might be wanting to talk to, he has permissions for it, we can surface all that up.
And that's awesome, because now that I'm thinking about it, I saw my little face there in the right-hand corner in a little circle.
Right.
And when I search, you basically say, we know this is Seth, we know he can look at this stuff, and we're going to surface it to him.
Yeah, and what's great is it's so powerful, but what I love is your story, which is the story for everyone now, is it just turned on.
Oh.
You're like, oh, this is pretty cool.
Yeah.
And the other day if you're saying, hey, I'm looking for the expense app, and you just type in, and you're like, oh my gosh, there's the answer. And we're going to unlock that. What's great today is we made another announcement that said this will work not just for your own intranet, but we're building over 100 connectors in partnership with other companies so that you can look at Salesforce data, you can look at SAP data.
Holy cow.
Yeah, so think about this. We're going to blow open the ability for you to access all of the knowledge and the data to which you have permissions to be able to get your job done.
And that's interesting, right? Because this goes to the fact that for some reason as a tech person, I compartmentalize when I search stuff, right?
Yeah.
Because when I search stuff and I'm in the browser, I'm searching the internet. When I'm in Outlook, I'm searching my emails, right? When I go into our people thing, like in Teams, I'm searching for people, but you're saying that we do not have to compartmentalize anymore with the new Edge.
That's exactly right. We want to unite all of these different worlds into the thing that you do. Today, 60% of the time spent on a PC is spent in the browser.
Right.
60%. So why not just make it, hey, I can just type in, I know how to search today, why can't I search a bunch of things?
So the connectors, really anyone can make a connector to whatever kind of data that they have that you will have access to.
Correct.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
So here's a question that's interesting, because there's a lot of IT pros here.
Yep.
Tell us a little bit about what are the benefits of using Edge for an IT manager? Because I know as a company we think about that too.
Yeah. Well, there's a ton of things we do in the baseline configuration for IT professionals to make management much easier and much more cost effective. So we have the most secure baseline, we have the tools that you can manage it with Intune. We now, because of the features we announced today, the fact you can run Internet Explorer instance within Edge, you only have to manage one browser now, because 75% of Fortune 500 have multiple browsers.
Sure.
Because you got a bunch of legacy sites
Right.
that you aren't going to want to go back and rewrite. So we put all of that in there, and then as we go into Q1, we're going to have fast track available, so all these IT managers can get deployment. And the final thing is, every site we're saying, hey, should work all the legacy sites, but if for some reason a site doesn't work, we will fix it for free with an App Assure program.
Holy cow.
Yeah, we're committed.
And that's interesting, right? Because even gasp, at Microsoft, there are certain internal things that only run on certain browsers. How does that, tell me about that whole running the legacy version inside of Edge. That was kind of cool.
Yeah, so basically we did a bunch of work because we knew that these legacy sites were out there, and we said, hey, why don't we figure out a way, since we obviously do both and we work on the operating system, let's have an instance fire within Edge so that we can provide that seamless capability. This is great for IT so that you don't have to manage more than one browser, but it's also great as an end user. So
Right.
you probably ran into this, Seth, where all of a sudden, for some reason, there's a separate browser up and running, you're like, why do I have two browser windows? That's a problem for a lot of people in businesses. We're going to get rid of that and make it simple.
That's pretty amazing. So let's talk about this App Assurance program, because we said it kind of fast.
Yeah.
I want to make sure everyone understands what this is, because it sounds pretty remarkable.
Yeah, basically the App Assurance is a program that we'll do. So today, a lot of sites, as we said, they work in IE, they work in legacy. As we're doing this work to make sure that those legacy sites work within Edge versus an IE instance, we will make sure that those migrate over. They should work automatically, but if for some reason they don't work, we're committed to fixing those. So we have a whole program that is called App Assure that we will come and help do the work for free to make sure that the legacy apps run in our browser.
So I have here a note about Bing for Business.
Yeah.
And Edge. Tell us what that's all about.
Yeah, so we call it now Microsoft Search in Bing.
Okay.
And what that is basically a little bit
Got
of
it.
the demo we showed you there. It's the ability to access Microsoft Search where you can search the graph with AAD permissions, and it shows up within Bing. As an IT professional, you can configure that and turn that on for your users and get all of those benefits.
So talk about how, you're talking about as in your intranet, you'll be able to see your local AAD stuff if you have SharePoint and all that stuff too?
Yes. Yeah,
Man,
so
that's
absolutely. Yeah, so like I said, if you're looking for say, like the other day, Satya asked me, hey, how are sales of the new Surface laptops doing? And I know there's a Power BI dashboard out there. I just don't remember the URL, right?
Okay.
I don't think anyone does. Now I can just type in, hey, Surface laptop Power BI dashboard. It'll know me, it'll know what dashboards I've looked at and say, oh, do you want this couple dashboards? And then what's great is it'll also say, oh, your head of sales, he looks at this dashboard to which you have permissions. You want to look at that one. And now think about how quickly you can get real-time data with these powerful tools that we talk a lot about. We show so many tools. It was an hour-and-a-half keynote.
Yeah.
But the problem is, how do any of us know how to go get to them? Now you can just go right into your browser, into your search engine, and just ask for it.
That's really cool. So what has been the feedback so far that you've got? I know I was excited.
Yeah.
Tell us about the feedback that you've been getting from the community.
So we're getting a lot of great feedback from IT professionals. I think they're taking a big sigh of relief. They're like, okay, finally, I can get to one modern browser that runs both legacy and modern. I love the fact that you're bringing all of these corporate tools and you're thinking about me, because
Right.
the truth is, Edge is much easier to deploy inside your corporation than Chrome because of all these management tools we built in.
Right.
And then the second thing that has been great is from an end user perspective. I mean, just here's the data we saw in our own data, and McKinsey did a study. 20% of time information workers spend is wasted looking for information they know exists,
Right.
they can't find. It's a day a week. Imagine I could tell you,
That's
hey,
crazy.
you're going to get a day a week back because now you can find the things you're looking for. Those two things are lighting people up. It's exciting.
Imagine all the cat videos you'll be able to
Yeah,
watch
exactly.
with that day you've saved. Good for you. I saw also there was some protection available, because I was thinking of IT pros, and the browser is a huge threat sometimes for infrastructure. What are some things we're doing to protect people?
Yeah, so you're right. So basically the number one issue facing companies' management, board of directors, is cybersecurity.
Right.
It's top of the list. The top things that happen in cybersecurity are, one, phishing, which we have Smart Screen for. Two is someone drops malware on, which we have Application Guard, which is unique to us. And 3 is privacy, the privacy of our corporate data,
Right.
privacy of our consumer data. We've made a bunch of changes now so that when you're searching inside the corporation, that data will not leave the corporate estate. It stays local. If you, for your own personal use, we now give you a more powerful in private mode.
That's cool.
That not only protects your browsing, but your searches. You don't get that with Chrome today. And finally, we're taking a more protective stance by default on trackers. So the way the internet works today is people put cookies in trackers
Right.
so they can serve advertising. There's nothing necessarily wrong with that, but it's been abused in some ways because there's too many trackers. They slow your PC down and you don't know where your data is. So what we're doing with the new Edge is by default, we are saying no site that you haven't visited to can drop a cookie on you. And that'll be our default position. That's way more powerful and more protected than the other leading browsers out there.
So this is awesome. Like when is it going to come out? Can I ask that? When are we going to get? Because right now I looked at it, I'm like, I want that new logo on my shiny new Edge. I'm sorry, Surface Go.
Yes.
When are we going to get all this new goodness?
So today we're excited to announce that today the final release candidate is available right now.
Oh.
Yeah. So everybody can go up online and download it. You just go up to Microsoft.com and search for Edge, and you'll get the latest beta and run it. Super stable. It's the release candidate. Final is January 15th. They'll be available in over 90 languages. So we're here. It's ready to go. If you want all the things we were just talking about, you can go start trying out pretty much almost 90% of what we talked about.
So we got about 30-ish seconds. What are some of the things that you're most excited about, bullet points for this new Edge?
So I'm most excited about being able to search your intranet and find information there and saving 20% of my time back.
Yeah.
I'm really excited to have a much more private, safe, and secure way that I surf the web. And I really want this performance. I want the superior performance and all of the benefits that we'll bring into it. We're committed to making that thing work great, and I'm pumped about those 3 things.
And like the thing that I'm most excited about is we are running some crazy workloads now on the client side in the browser.
Yeah.
So
You were talking about some of that. Maybe you should share that
yeah,
one.
I was literally running TensorFlow in the browser, doing some video scanning and on the client side, which was pretty amazing.
Yeah, the power in there is amazing.
All right, so we are we out of time? They're going to tell me, okay. Okay, so we are out of time. Thank you so much. We're going to cut to something